I'm chronicling the history of Pokemon cards by collecting them and putting them in a binder. Collecting them all is a nearly impossible goal, but the first step is to know what you're looking for. Welcome to Check the Box. If you've been following this series, you may have noticed that we've covered a lot of Pokemon who started out as grass type in the TCG, but the typing just didn't stick. It's been a while since we've covered a true grass type Pokemon, but today we're finally returning to our roots with Oddish. There's been a rumble of anticipation for this episode, which shouldn't surprise me since Oddish was often my go-to grass type in the games. Oh, and Kanto fans seem very fond of cute little guy type Pokemon. My appreciation for Oddish has grown even more as I was going through the master list, so I have a feeling you're going to like this video. It starts with a CGI Oddish from Jungle, which just has a first edition and unlimited printing. The year 2000 saw tons of Oddish appearances, starting with Team Rocket. Here Oddish is hanging out with a normal frog, which seems weird these days. Then in Gym Heroes we get Erica's Oddish, who actually appears twice in this set, each with a first edition printing. Erica's Oddish immediately returns in Gym Challenge with a pretty feeble proposal to be brought indoors. While still in Gym Challenge, Oddish also makes a cameo appearance on Warp Point. Be careful including this one in your master set because it's got a number of reprints, starting with Expedition in 2002, then Team Magma vs Team Aqua in 2004, this version was included in a World Championship deck. It got another reprint in Unseen Forces the next year, this time with 2 World Championship deck appearances. With that success, they of course had to bring it back in Crystal Guardians in 2006. And finally, one last reprint in 2007's Diamond and Pearl. Don't forget about the 2 World Championship decks for this one either. You may have forgotten we were in the year 2000, where we had a Bigfoot sighting in Neo Genesis. This is the last first edition Oddish. You're about to be stomped by Oddish in Expedition, where reverse hollows begin. Apparently Totodile was not very intimidated, giving Oddish a pretty funny cameo in the same set. Oddish is out for a Moonlight Cruise in Aquapolis from 2003. We get another trainer card cameo appearance in Ruby and Sapphire with Energy Switch. This wasn't quite as popular as Warp Point, but it was reprinted the next year in Fire Red Leaf Green. And then the next year in Unseen Forces. It took 2006 off, but then came back in 2007's Power Keepers. Then it got another shot 11 years later in Celestial Storm. This time it received its first and only World Championship deck appearance. We turn back the clock again to 2004 with Hidden Legends. This card gives us Oddish's first true World Championship deck appearance. I'm not sure why, but I really like the illustration in Unseen Forces. Oddish takes a turn as a water Pokemon in Haul on Phantoms with this Delta Species card. Then they're saying goodbye to their water Pokemon days in Legends Awakened. Oddish actually had 2 cards in this set, debuting the first and only Psychic type Oddish. After a year off, Oddish is back and more determined than ever and undaunted. With this, we see yet another World Championship deck appearance. Oddish was included in 2012's Boundaries Crossed, where I think they got some pollen in their eye. Oddish waited until 2015 to make their first and only XY appearance in Ancient Origins. Their Sun and Moon showing is a bit better, starting in Burning Shadows. This card was included in a Sun and Moon Trainer kit. Then they return with 2 cards in Unbroken Bonds. The second one gives us a fan favorite crocheted figure from Asako Ito. Oddish makes a shimmering appearance in Cosmic Eclipse to close out the Sun and Moon era. Opening up the Sword and Shield era, we have a cameo appearance in this Light Toxtricity promo card. I really hope they do more of these retro style cards for the 30th anniversary. Then we see Oddish in Lost Origin, where they're hoping this Sprout will become another Oddish. In Crown Zenith, Oddish is on one of their routine nighttime strolls, closing out the Sword and Shield era. Oddish debuts the Scarlet and Violet era in Obsidian Flames from 2023. Then they make their obligatory 151 appearance, returning to the Flower Pot. Then Oddish has a few one-off appearances, starting with a mesmerizing promo card. Then they appeared in a My First Battle deck. And finally, we get a shiny Oddish in Paldean Fates. Opening up the Mega Evolution era, we see Oddish in Phantasmal Flames, apparently feeling out of place in the city. But they found comfort in a Flower Patch and Ascended Heroes. This set has 2 different reverse holo patterns, an energy symbol and a Pokeball. We're done with the binder for now. Despite the number of cameos, there are actually a few I left out. Oddish can be seen far in the distance on this Gloom card from Crown Zenith. They also appear on the Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates. If you decide to include this in your Oddish set, I applaud your dedication. The Pikachu from Celebrations also includes a partial Oddish appearance, but for fun I'll let you see if you can find it yourself. Alright, to recap, Oddish has a pretty big set, with all the cameo cards pushing them into the top 10 in the series so far. Sadly, I only have a 64% completion rate. I'll try to improve that with the last chance opening, but stick around or skip ahead if you want to see a member collection highlight. We actually have a collection of one of the legendary birds, so if you're sick of waiting for those, you're going to want to see it. Here I'm opening half an Ascended Heroes ETB in search of Oddish, but any from their evolution line would be welcome as well. Alright, as promised, we have a member collection from the aptly named Zapdos collection. This is much more than your average binder collection, but I'll try not to get ahead of myself. The binder collection itself is great, including multiple languages and a curated layout. It also includes some interesting cameos, like a set of cards featuring a Zapdos statue. On top of that, there's an awesome graded card collection, and they also shared their Zapdos tattoo, which is a first for member collections on this channel. I'll close it out with one of the most impressive displays of sealed items and memorabilia we've seen on this channel. Thanks Zapdos Collection for sharing, and thanks to everyone else for watching.